Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons movie 2022. That's the year I think it's going to come out. Round two, right? So, of course, Dungeons and Dragons, and we're specifically going to today talk about the writer and the script. There's currently a draft, right? Now, I have talked about the actor, the major actor that's attached, Chris Pine. Woo! Yay! That's good, right? I've talked about the directors that are attached, Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly. They did Game Night 2018, fantastic film. They've already proven they can really, really deliver when they're asked to deliver. And I'm very excited about the directors. So I'm excited about the actors. I'm excited about the directors. Let's talk about the writer today. The writer is Michael Gilio, and that is a massive problem. I am not happy to report this to you, and this is the biggest fly in the soup. There is a problem. Trust and believe. If anybody's like, "Oh, everything's going to be great," we got a big problem. Okay, because frankly, the number one way that Hollywood likes to screw up movies is to not take the writing seriously. It is an absolutely atrocious problem. It's epidemic problem within Hollywood. And the reason why is when you go to Hollywood, actors are kings and queens. Everybody knows them. Everybody loves them. Directors are kings and queens. Man, I think you get more respect on a movie studio lot for the janitor than you do get for writers. Right? Writing is not respected generally, and we have got a major problem on the D&D film. Mike Gilio is the writer. Who's Mike Gilio? Well, he did a movie called Quick Stop. What's that? I have no idea. It's the only it's literally the only thing on his resume, and I'm like, what? This and it came out like 20 years ago. It's like it's a movie about a convenience store. Like nobody has seen this thing. Okay, then he's got like three other projects, all that died in development. He double hockey sticks, all that died in development. Hot place, right? He did a movie. He wrote a movie for J.J. Abrams that never made it to the screen, right? And he did a couple other projects that never made it to the screen. He's been paid real money to write three scripts that never got made. Now that also happened to George R. R. Martin. He got so frustrated he quit and he made Game of Thrones, right? But this is a massive problem, right? Because why on earth do we think he can deliver something? He's never delivered anything. His track record is like goose egg, right? Like nobody wants what he's delivered, right? So that's not good, right? So Chris Pine, that guy's been knocking it out of the park for a decade, right? Um, the directors, Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, Game Night 2018 is a solid movie. It was commercially successful. It was critically reviewed well, right? And I've seen it. It's undebatably a good, solid film, right? Mike Gilio's script. What gives us any confidence this is going to work? Like, in fact, there's a lot of evidence that his stuff is not worth bringing to the screen. So I don't know how this writer got attached, but it's a problem. This is a major problem, right? Now, before we move on, let's talk about Joe Manganiello, right? So Joe Manganiello, all right, he is Deathstroke in the DC movies. He was in the movie Rampage with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he is married to one of the actresses who is in Modern Family, or who was in Modern Family, right? He is one of the biggest celebrities who plays Dungeons and Dragons. He has a home in Hollywood where he has a amazing game room that he brings in people, and he has really been trying to get connected to this film. He genuinely loves Dungeons and Dragons, and he wrote a script for Dungeons and Dragons. Paramount Pictures, who is the studio for this thing, just chucked that, like, get out of here. Come on, like, you're an actor. What do you know about writing movies? I kind of get it, right? Like, you want somebody who can write a script. Mike Gilio can write a script that either doesn't come to fruition, or comes to fruition and nobody can remember it or has ever seen it. I've never seen Quick Stop, and I don't think I've ever met anybody who's ever said the name of the film to me. Right? This is not good, right? So right now we got real talent attached, real directors attached, no real story. That is a major problem, right? So I'm an evangelical Christian. I'm going to pray over this, right? I'm not sure what you could do. Maybe get over on Twitter, right? And and maybe voice say, hey, can we get a real script? Because I don't want to cause this dude problems, but like this has the possibility to be a multi-billion-dollar franchise, right? And honestly, we need a real script. We need a real writer and somebody who's proven that they can do the work, right? And right now, that's not the case, and that is quite alarming. I am not happy to see where we're at. So this has got to get fixed, right? And hopefully it will. We still have a hope that we could get a good movie out the other side of this because I think Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, maybe they can, make up the slack. I'm not positive to that though. Right now, I am worried. I am very, very worried on the writer side. So it's not a problem that's unique to our intellectual property, but it's a real problem, and I think each one of us need to decide what we're going to do on it. I'm going to pray on it, right? Because that's the most powerful thing I could do. If you have the chops, you should get over on Twitter, maybe at Hasbro Gaming, maybe at Watsy. Ask for a real writer, right? Or just a writer. I'm sure Mike Gilio's a good, a fine writer, if you want to read a script that doesn't get made. But there's too much on the line to leave this to somebody who's just unproven. That's my opinion. What do you think? Are you okay with rolling the dice and hoping we get a natural 20 with Mike Gilio? I'd love to hear your opinion. Please comment. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.